Thanks for joining us tonight. We'll be kicking off the game here in 4 minutes. So then, just stay tuned and enjoy the jazz band music.
Good evening. We welcome everyone inside the ship here on Senior Night at Dale High School. At this time, we're going to kick things off by the playing of our national anthem by our Dale High School Jazz Band under the direction of Mr. Nick Noble. Again, we welcome everyone inside the ship for this top 5 showdown between the visiting Vanoss Wolves and your hometown Dale Pirates. At this time, we're going to introduce our visitors from Vanoss first. Ranked number 5 in Class A with a record of 18 wins and 2 losses. Number 2, a junior forward, Maddie Foss. A 5'7" senior guard, number 10, Alexis Belcher. A 5'8" sophomore forward, number 11, Avery Ellis. A 5'5" freshman guard, number 13, Cadence Cross. And now, the starting lineup for the Dale Lady Pirates. Ranked number 3, Class 2A, a record of 17 wins and 4 losses. Number 4, senior Addie Bell. Number 12, 5'8", senior Justice Shirey. 5'4", senior number 13, Mackenzie Hill. And 5'9", junior number 22, Brooklyn. And a 5'8", senior guard number 23, Zay Durant. Head coach for the Lady Pirates is Eric Smith, assisted by Scott Wilson.
All right, well, thanks for joining us here tonight. Gonna have to put up with me and
Miss H.
everybody's favorite wonderful Miss H.
No, I gave a test yesterday and today. They were not happy.
Miss H is almost every favorite every day except for test day.
Except for test days, I can handle that.
All right, well, this ought to be a good game. The Vanoss girls are coming off of a win against Silo, who has given us trouble in the past. Tip is up and Vanoss's way, bringing it down into our zone.
Oh,
quick behind the back slip up, gathered up by Brooklyn from Dale. That was number 11, Avery, that couldn't quite handle it. Faith Wright down the middle. Over to Ju Shirey. Looks like we kind of do this quite a bit, just kind of test out the defense here, move the ball around, see what the defense is going to give us. They're in kind of the same sort of defense we are, kind of a 2-3
zone, yeah.
Real high, kind of high pressure on the top, moving quickly to the ball, one-on-one against whoever the ball has.
Yeah, they're still big. I remember last year they had.
Ju Shirey in the short corner gets a shot up. Rebounded by Vanoss and a foul by Addie Bell.
Last year they had, was it Emery? Is her last? I can't remember her last name, but 6'3", big post girl, and
real high
yeah,
in the last couple of years. Dale Lady Pirates press. Brought into Maddie, over to 11 Avery, down the middle, out to the corner. Number 10, Alexis shoots the 3, no good. Faith Wright rebounds, tied up, and it's going to be tied up at Dale's ball.
We should mention tonight, because it is senior night, we have Ju Shirey starting for instead of Mackenzie Herman. I'm sure Mackenzie will come off the bench here soon, or at least in some point in the game, but we just want to mention that.
I think this is actually kind of good for us right now. It's weird probably for Faith, she's playing a wing, but we are playing kind of a double post.
Yeah.
And we're triangling it kind of, so.
Good job.
Speaking of that, Faith right from the high post down to Addie Bell in the low post, gets the foul and manages to sneak it in. So.
She did a great power slide right there. I'd like to see her do that a lot more, but she's been doing better and looking more to score as the season's gone on.
Yep, and adds the third point to it. I think that three posts kind of rotating out to a wing is sort of confusing their defense a little bit.
Absolutely, yeah.
It's going to pick it apart anyway. If you have a short corner and a high post that can work well together, a zone is really tough to run.
Absolutely.
And a nice knockaway by Gill, recovered by Brooklyn on Vanoss' side. Bringing it down to Faith Wright, who can't handle the ball, and out of bounds going to be Vanoss' ball. 3-0 right now, about minute 30 out of that first quarter if you're just joining us. Vanoss brings the ball down, number 14, Maddie. Into their big post, 11, Avery, down low to Maddie, the other Maddie, I guess. She couldn't quite get the shot to go up and in, but off Dale, going to be Vanoss' ball underneath. And speaking of coming in, there's Mac Herman right now.
Yep.
Kinsey Herman. What do we go with?
I think they go with Mac, but it's M-A-K. And then you've got Kinsey Gill. Yeah.
Mac
like
Herman and Kinsey Gill.
Even though they're both McKenzie's. One's Mac and one's Kinsey.
Twins. One of the McTwins. Inbounded by Vanoss underneath. Ooh, to the big girls coming around. And unfortunately, Brooklyn gets her feet set and is going to pick up a charge. Avery Ellis is going to pick up a charge. Her first foul, team's first foul. Brooklyn does a really good job of seeing that play develop off the high post. She was She was set for quite a ways, actually.
Yeah, I mean, I've always been impressed with Coach Smith, especially when he's been here at Dale. Just the amount of charges they get called. Now, some are debatable whether they're charges or not, but you can't deny the amount of charges they have gotten called is astronomical.
Yeah.
So
well,
they
he teaches them where they're going. I mean, they're only driving to one spot. That's to the basket, right side, left side.
Yep.
Typically, sometimes down the middle, but rarely.
Right.
And they just go and get their feet set, and they're waiting for it. And like you say, sometimes they can make a quick short step and still get set up and catch that offensive foul, and sometimes they don't. Faith Wright inbounded Herman, bringing it down into this 2-3, and guards are staying way pushed forward. Double post inside, picked off by number 2, Maddie Faust for Vanoss. And re-picked off by Brooklyn. Drives and scores an easy 2. Vanoss into this press breaker again. Number 11, Avery Ellis dribbles it off her leg. Recovered by Gill, put in for easy 2. So Vanoss struggling a little bit against this press.
Well, that press is a little bit different. So that one's a man press versus where a couple of times we've had more of a zone press. So just trying to change up the look, which I love right before playoffs. The more you can keep people not knowing what's going to happen to them, the more they have to prepare for and all that stuff. They have to recognize it.
Maddie Faust with a big 3 from the side, missed it off of Dale out of bounds, and they'll get an inbounds. Faith Wright gets a hand on it and pushes it back out of bounds. Same inbound. See if it's the same play. Looks like it's going to be a different play. They're running a 4 low right now. They inbound to the low post, turn shot, scored. That was number 10, Alexis Belcher, for the 2 points in Vanoss, making it 7-2. Inside to Brooklyn, back out to Jew, over to Faith Wright, looks at it, over to Herman. Gets bumped a little over to Faith Wright. Those guards are doing a good job of pushing way up, giving us a lot of pressure up top. Of course, we've seen this before. Brooklyn from the corner, 3, that's up and good. We've seen this before, and one of the things that Dale does such a good job of is staying fresh through the whole game, and that really wears those guards out running back and forth as much as they are.
Yeah.
That's why you'll see Coach Smith, he'll rotate guards up and down off of the big long pass over to 2, Maddie Faust. She handles the ball, gets it inside of the high post, driven by Avery, and going to be a foul on the floor. Dale's second foul. Was it Jew Shirey?
Yeah, they called it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Jew Shirey's first foul, Dale's second. And Addie Bell will replace her in the game. Inbound, 3-1. Stack. Oh, easy weak side pass over to 14, Maddie Dansbury. That was real heads-up play for an uncontested 2 underneath, making it 10-4, Dale Pirates. They're extending those guards almost into a man-to-man. Inside to the high post for Herman, and she turns and makes it easy 2.
You have to utilize that high post, especially in a pressing man like that. Like, I mean, I know they're not no man, but you almost treat it like that.
Well, you have to. They really are extending way up those guards. It looks like a real high pressure. Nice press break that time, and an easy bucket for Maddie Faust underneath. The 3 passes to break the press that time. Uh-oh, bad pass picked off by Maddie Faust. Given over to Maddie Dansby, and brought down the court. Kansas with it, and Faith Wright gets a nice pick up to Brooklyn. She's driving the right side, takes it in, no good. Kept alive by Gill, but out of bounds. Going to be Vanoss's ball. 3:33 left in the quarter. Sub in for Vanoss, number 25, Trinity Belcher, I think. She inbounds the ball. One-on-one.
Man, they're going to...
Brooklyn's got her one-on-one. Pokes it out, and it's going to be off of Dale.
I almost wish she wouldn't have tipped it out right there, because there was going to be no way she could have gotten it across in 10 seconds.
Yeah, it was a very long 8-second call by that point, and they hadn't made much progress. So this sideline pass has been pretty effective. Into number 2, Maddie Faust for the easy 2 bucket. So if they keep breaking it that way, if they can make that pass, they're probably going to score easily. Long pass to Gill. The McTwins made a little passing section, but Gill pulled it out, reset the offense. And it really does look almost like a man-to-man. Gill with a drive-in, pull up 2, no good, rebounded by 11. Avery Ellis for Vanoss. Down the left side into the new girl, Belcher. Kind of a bad pass, but Gill doesn't take advantage of it. High post entry. Vanoss is really kind of looking to work that. They've had such height in the pass. I think they look really to work the posts, and the posts are kind of getting a little tired, kind of standy, which causes a timeout by Vanoss coach, and he is definitely not happy with the ball movement that he's seeing.
I remember when we played Vanoss last year in the Cash-In Tournament Championship. Definitely, I mean, that was an incredible game like we hope that this one will be. But
it's shaping up to be that way. It was almost 10-0, and now it's 12-8 with about 2 minutes left in the first quarter.
Yeah.
They're a good ball club and well coached, and they won't make too terribly many mistakes. We caught them early with some rocky ones, but I think he's trying to fix it now. So inbound from Vanoss on the sideline. Alexis Belcher into 14, Maddie Dansby. Overshot the corner, and it's going to be out of bounds, Dale's ball. I would say that that's the only thing that I've seen is kind of their weakness so far, is kind of their passing. It hasn't been as crisp as what you would hope, for sure. Their offense seems to be pretty good. They're getting that press break down, and their defense is really pushy. We've done a good job of working that high post, low post. Moved it to the corner for Faith Wright, 3. In and out, rebounded by Vanoss, number 10, over to Maddie, bringing it up the court. Over to 10-8, Alexis, back over to Maddie. And they've got that high post. Looks like Maddie, 14, gave it a shot, no good, rebounded by Faith Wright, brought down. Still 12-8 with a minute 50 left. Dale moving the ball around, looking for a gap to attack, kind of in this zone. Actually getting some screens, but we're not really working that high post, low post now. Kind of a short corner, 4-out short corner. Looks like big skip pass to Gill. Back over to Brooklyn. She tries to drive it, no good. Herman brings it the opposite way. Still no good. Those front guards are doing a great job of recovering to the ball. I must be saying the right things because Sydney's shaking her head.
Sorry,
yes, Faith with a long 3, and she knocks it down.
Sometimes I forget I have this mic around my face, and I love watching. So I
know. I was just double checking that.
I'm here. Sorry.
I look over to make sure that I'm saying the right thing. You'll always correct me if I screw it up.
Of course.
I screw it up too bad. Ooh, 10 with an answering 3, and no good. Rebounded by Brooklyn. That was Alexis Belcher, who tried that 3 over to Scott Gill. Missteps, but recovers, gets the ball out to Herman. Herman tries to drive over to Faith with a long 3 again, and they're good. Woo, she's on fire. Hot hand right now. That was a nice 3 with 40 seconds left. Vanoss breaks the press, drives it in, and picks up a foul on the interior. We did not get recovered there. Faith Wright's going to pick up her first, Dale's 3rd. That's going to be the problem with a fast press break like they have, is not being able to get your feet set and then picking up that cheap little foul.
Well, that's what you want to do. Yeah. So against a press breaker, you either want to know, okay, you are going to push the ball where they can't even get into their press in the first place, or you are going to just have a press breaker designed where you know exactly, okay, their press does this, but we want to counteract that. You usually try to get it to the middle somehow. But they're doing a great job. I mean, that's exactly what you want to do against the press.
They are doing a great job. They're making that. They're driving it down. They're finding a sideline to get it cross court, and then they're attacking the middle, like you said, very aggressive.
That's why Coach Smith called his timeout right there. I mean, basically they're beating us down the court, and that doesn't happen very often for Coach Smith's teams that I've seen, and so he is not happy about that. So
having a little. Get from line to line talk down there, was he?
Yeah, I guess.
Well, number 10, Alexis Belcher, puts in her first of 2 free throw shots and misses the second one off the rim, rebounded by Brooklyn. Making it 18-9 Dale Lady Pirates right now with about 30 seconds left in the quarter. See if we're going to try to hang on to it for the last pass. Nope, Herman with a 2 from the corner, no good. Rebounded by Alexis Belcher. Up to Maddie Faust. Cross court to the other Belcher. Maddie Belcher, I think. Hold on, no. Trinity Belchers. Big cross court pass into number 2. Faust, cross court pass again. Wow, they're really working that skip pass. Drive, sunk the 2 for Alexis Belcher. That was a nice little drive-in pull-up. Last shot for Brooklyn from deep, and it goes for 3 points. Make it an 11-21. Dale Pirates, Lady Pirates still lead by 10. She had a good look at it. And
I mean, it was
power.
Easily clean, and I was no doubt that it could have gone in, and it was on target and happened to fall for her. So
that's a real momentum bringer to the next quarter for sure.
Absolutely,
It'll hopefully drive us forward a little bit. Also, we're going in with a 10-point lead, which we were down to 4 there for a second.
Yeah. Well, those 2 big threes by Faith Wright, just back-to-back possessions, or what felt like back-to-back. I'm not sure, but
they were pretty close.
Yeah.
It was a 3 miss down here, rebound by Brooklyn, and another 3 by Faith. So. 3 up 2. Talk to me now. Oh, I can't talk to you while I'm on the thing. You say, hey, we're going to a timeout. We got a timeout. There's a auction. 2 weeks at Seminole. Looks like a kind of a good one. Bennett. Yeah. I just happened to see it at a bank.
As we come back into the second quarter, it's Dale's ball to start off with. And it looks like Vanoss has changed up their defense a little bit. They're in a true man-to-man defense this time rather than just kind of their matchup zone. So coach trying to make adjustments just like any good coach would. So
they're keeping one kind of sunk back into this paint, though, to be a help, it looks like. No, I think you're right. Hard to tell. Nice drive by Drew Shirey, but she rolls it around the rim and it doesn't quite drop in.
Are you doubting my identification abilities?
Negative. I would never. Faith Wright. Ooh, backside pass, tipped around, pulled down by Drew Shirey. Long pass to Gill. Over to Brooklyn for the 3. Quick 3 works. 24-11.
I know you said Faith is on fire, but Brooklyn has 11 of the 24 points right now.
She's got a hot hand, I'm telling you. Those 2 threes back to back. Which she's always been really, really good with that drive-in 2, that pull-up jumper 2. And she can play. I've seen her play short corner. I've seen her play high post. I've seen her play wing. I've seen her play deep corner. She's pretty versatile for sure. Nice pick by Gill, and drives it down. Pulls up on the free throw line for 2, just off to the left. Rebounded by Vanoss, number 11, Avery Ellis.
Which, a good thing about our girls' team, I mean, similar to our boys' team, any one person on a given night can step up to the game.
3 off the rim, yes.
Like, they step up, and when your team needs you to do the job, okay, those girls always find a way to get it done.
It's a nice drive by Brooklyn. Oh, finished off by Gill. Yeah, speaking of anybody, I mean, if you're not defending somebody, right there's a prime example.
Yes, that's a great thing about it, having a team and not just 1 or 2 really great studs.
Good hands by Brooklyn. It's bobbled around and recovered by 14, Maddie Dansby. Resets it. Oh my. Trapped in the corner, thrown out to nobody. Gill picks it up for the layup and gets clobbered. Number 10 with the foul, Alexis Belcher. That'll be her first foul. That'll be her first foul. And team's 3rd. So pretty low fouling game. Three apiece in 10 minutes of play. Scott Gill, her father, is proud of her for putting in that first one.
There we go. Almost a good save.
All right. Well, Kinsey Gill put in her first one of the 2 and gets her follow-one now. Knocks it down as well. The problems of age. This age, don't get there.
I don't think I have a choice. Kids are already telling me I'm old.
Oh, dear. Maddie Dansbury up. Did they move somebody in new? Riley Reed is playing the high post now.
Yeah, and even the Dale Pirates, we have, speaking of Aliyah Landreth coming into the game, getting a tip right there.
Right. There was a couple of subs there that we missed. Sorry about that. Tried to hand off from Gill, but knocked out of bounds by Maddie Faust. It'll be Dale's ball. Maddie from Vanoss. Addie Bell bringing it in. Addie came in as well, I think, didn't she?
Man, we just missed a lot on that free throw. We were too occupied with who is
with
giving the
mistakes.
free throw.
Absolutely. So passing the ball around up top again. Shirey taking a look at it, drives it in. Doesn't like it. Elia Landreth. Felt like she should have kept going there, but she knocks it out to Herman. Over to Addie Bell. To the corner, Shirey. They are not as aggressive as a man-to-man, but they're really after the ball. As soon as the ball moves, they're moving.
They do a great job of being in the passing lanes.
Their defense is really pretty good. Uh-oh, going to get a chippy little foul call there on, I thought it was her, Maddie Faust. Her first foul, team's fourth. Kind of reached in to try to stop her on that one. Addie Bell will be on the line for 2. Or was it a shooting foul?
Yeah, that's what they call it. I don't know that I saw the shooting part unless we're talking about NBA.
It looked like a kind of
a, you know, who are we to judge what the refs call?
That's right. It looked like kind of one of those handoffs where and 0 for 2, Maddie Faust will get it back.
Good job.
And then Mackenzie Herman reads that ball so well, picks it off out to Gill. Gill driving the middle over to Addie Bell at the high post. Ooh, nice pass down low to Shirey for an easy 2. That was a beautiful look.
Yeah.
Nice little bounce pass. Like you said, Vanoss is doing a good job of getting in those passing lanes, and there was a girl there. She just bounced past it right under her. Are we in a man-to-man now?
No, we're still in that matchup, but we are trapping literally everywhere.
I was going to say, Elia Landreth has been on both sides of the court and up and down, so it was hard to tell exactly what was going on. 14 with a long 3, Maddie, and knocks it down for Vanoss, making it 30-14, Dale Lady Pirates. Gill kind of loses control of it for a second, recovers and drives the paint, and then gets hung up. If it's going to be on 2, that's going to be 2 quick fouls on her.
Yep.
It is. So Maddie Faust, who's been pretty effective, has picked up 2 quick fouls within a minute with about 3:45 left in this half. Gill knocks down the first one.
You got Faith Wright and Brooklyn Rutland coming in for Addie Bell and Elia Landreth.
Somebody's doing their job. Recognize that I can't make all of the sub switches as well.
Try to do what I can.
Knocks down the second one, making it 32-14 Dale Lady Pirates. Sorry for you folks listening. We'll try to stay a little bit more on point. It is Tuesday after a very long break. And tests were given yesterday. 14 long shot, no good. Rebounded by Shirey, but then she got hit from the backside by Alexis Belcher. She'll pick up a foul. Her second. Team 6. They said something about fouls, and all of a sudden they picked up 3 quick ones.
Yeah.
And they're extending out to a half court. Man-to-man now. 14-32, Dale Lady Pirates. 3:20 left in the half. Gill loses her girl over to Herman. Be a little more tacky on something like that, right, when she lost her girl that big. Faith Wright with the ball up top. Over to Shirey. Just looking to create some space. There it is. Faith Wright to Shirey down low. Shirey misses the first one. Rebounds it. Rebounds it again. Over to Gill. Gill ducks with the 2. Gets called for the foul. Number 2, I believe.
3 quick fouls.
3 quick fouls, unfortunately. She's going to have to slow down real quick.
Well, I mean, and she is a bigger girl, but she is moving like a guard. I mean, like all those Vanoss girls, no matter their size or their whatever, they are quick.
Yeah.
So
and caught her kind of on the in part of that shot. Unfortunately, I think she was going for the ball, missed it.
You got to let the shooter come down.
And she couldn't quite duck around it. So Gill has been pretty rock solid from the free throw line, knocking down those 2 as well. That's 6 for 6 if I'm counting right. On the last 3 fouls, anyway. Vanoss moves around to number 10, Alexis Belcher, no good. Rebounded by Maddie Faust out to 11, puts it up for 2. No good, over the back by Alexis Belcher.
Yeah.
And,
that's her third.
Her third foul as well. It'll be 8th team foul. That puts us into 1-1 here. So
those kinds of fouls are like,
those
I want to say it's a frustration foul is what that completely looked like.
Yeah.
As we've got some Vanoss subs coming in.
Somebody's going to put a whole new 5 in.
Whole new 5. Man.
So we've got
JC Underwood, Cadence Cross, Caitlin Cooper, Henry. I don't know. Aaron. Wow, that was a struggle bus. This is why I don't read names. Aaron, I'm sorry, I don't know your last name, and I don't want to butcher it just as bad as I butchered your first name, so I'm just going to call you Aaron.
Herman puts in the first. So she'll get a second on the 1-and-1 and knocks down the second one as well. 36-14. Dale Lady Pirates in a minute. Full court man-to-man. Oh, that was 13. Candace had a little bit of trouble. Picked up by, who got that? Missed it.
Oh, that was Kenzie Gill.
Okay. I knew it was the McTwins that were working with it. I just didn't know which one of them got it. Speaking of that, Gill gets a hand on it, gets it knocked out of bounds. Unfortunately, couldn't handle it, and it'll be Vanoss's ball underneath.
I was waiting for someone to yell at one of those cheerleaders to get out of the way.
They were kind of close to the court on that one.
I understand sometimes they're not as fast or they're not paying attention as, you know, whatever, but that is definitely one of those things. If I'm a player, I probably would have just bulldozed her. Unfortunately, not on purpose, I promise, but poor Jaden Green there. I'll have to tell her something tomorrow.
They're doing a good job cheering, though. I'll give them that.
They do, for sure, yeah. Which, looking, I think we're in a man as Space Right steals the ball and gets it up to Kenzie Gill, who goes in and then call a block.
Ooh, wow. Okay. On 25, Trinity Belcher, her first, I believe, yeah, and team's 9th. 2 minutes left in the half. Which one's you? What am I doing? What did I do wrong? Oh, am I getting clicks? Sorry.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah, it probably was. Knocks down both of them. Making it 40-14, Dale Lady Pirates with 1:50 left in the half. Kenzie Gill gets a hand on it, but it's recovered by Candace. Flipped over to 30, Caitlin. Over to Belcher. Belcher driving. And going to pick up a double dribble, unfortunately. It'll be Dale's ball underneath.
We missed Gracie Waller coming in for us. Maybe it was on the 5 outs sub for Vanoss.
No, I don't think it was that.
No,
I think
okay.
it was just recently. I think it was on this one right here.
Well,
because I think she tooled over on the backside. So she just came in, I believe. Faith Wright drives to the right side. No good. Rebounded by Vanoss. Belcher picks it up, and Gill's going to get a quick foul, throwing her hand in there. Yeah, I think Gracie just came in.
That makes me feel better.
Yeah. For
Mackenzie Herman.
Mackenzie Herman.
Yeah.
Vanoss's ball out of bounds, sideline, into Cadence Cross, excuse me. Over to JC. Moving around the perimeter. Belcher's got it inside, pulls up into 2, no good. Rebounded by Vanoss, handed back to Belcher, pulls it out over to Cadence. To the high post. Ooh, if she had a turn, there was a low post wide open. Belcher tries the 3, no good. Rebounded by Faith Wright. Nice aggressive rebound by Faith. Tracking that ball down and brings the ball down. Drives it the whole way. Going to pick up a on the floor foul, I would imagine. Not going to matter. We're in the double bonus, I think. Faith Wright will get 2 shots out of here. 12, JC Underwood, her first, team's 10th. First one's up and good. Seniors are doing their job on the free throw line tonight, for sure. These girls always do a pretty good job, but it just strikes me as we have not missed very many at all.
Yep.
And
as Addie Bell comes in for Kenzie Gill.
Faith will get a second one at it. Oh, I shouldn't have said anything because she missed that one off the iron. Rebounded by Vanoss. Why
Announcers jinx.
There it is.
That's why I don't talk very much.
Kate brings the ball down. You got to tell the people what's happening.
Well,
you have great insights.
That's your job.
You have great insights into the game.
Okay.
You got to keep talking.
Okay.
Nice long court pass into the low post.
No.
Good turn. Oh, no good. Rebounded
Maybe
by
got
Brooklyn.
fouled. Not called.
Forwarded to Gracie Waller. Gracie Waller gets it tipped out of bounds by Vanoss. Could be Dale? No, not going to be Dale's ball. I guess it's off Gracie's hand.
Again, the refs see better than I do most times.
Most
of the time.
There's a 3-man crew. I think there's only 2 of them going. We've had some really, really good crews this year. Really have. But it's getting towards playoff season, and I think a lot of the good crews are getting ready to go hit the playoffs.
Yeah. Which, speaking of playoffs, if you haven't seen, Dale gets to host their own district and their regional this year, which is awesome.
Nice.
We're, praying. We were supposed to host last year, but due to pipes freezing and whatnot, we couldn't do that. So we're,
Big 3 by Belcher, no good, and that'll bring us to the end of the half. We'll be back in about 10 minutes.
Yep.
start back from the half, and it'll be Vanoss bringing the ball out. Trailing 14-41 currently. Coach had him in the locker room for quite a while, probably trying to let him know that.
There we go.
Got to get serious for the second half. Inbound to Dansby. Over the high post, back over to Dansby. Long pass picked off by Gill. Brought down. Over to Addie. Bell. Out to Faith Wright. Over to Herman. Vanoss in that tight man-to-man again. Hand off to Brooklyn. Into the high post. Faith Wright. Whips around to Brooklyn. Brooklyn drives to the left side. Doesn't like it. Over to Addie Bell. Swings the ball quickly, but still just checking out the defense, I guess.
Yeah, they're in a man-to-man just like they were before. I think, like you said, their coach has definitely told them, you know, certain ones they're kind of backed off of. So they're saying, okay, watch the drive on this one. You know, Faith Wright right there, she just reads the screen perfectly. So her defender chases her. And whenever somebody chases her, you have to do what's called a curl. At least that's what we used to call it. And she just easily gets to the bucket because when somebody's following you, you know, if they get it to your lead hand, then, you know, the defender can't do anything about that. That's why.
The only thing they can do is what Avery Ellis did do, which was foul.
Yeah.
And put Faith on the line for 2. And she's knocked down the first one.
That is Ellis's 3rd foul and their first team foul of the half. So
Faith finishes off with the second one and making it 43-14, Dale Lady Pirates.
Ellis, there are 3 of them with 3 now?
Yeah.
2, 10, and
Dansby over to the high post. Nice move down to the low post, who bumps it in for an easy 2. That play's pretty much there if they run it every time, but our girls will adjust. They've made that play happen a couple of times. Maddie Faust did a good job of knocking it down. But I think they've got to use that. When we're in that zone, they've got to use that high post, low post action, just like we were doing. Addie Bell tries it, no good. Gets the recovery, passes it back out around to Herman for the
good
3.
job, Matt. Yeah.
Deep 2, or are they going to call it a 3? It was a 3. And inside to Maddie Faust, she gets the foul going up, and she'll be on the line. Brooklyn's first, I believe, isn't it? No, excuse me, that's not Brooklyn.
That's who they
Faith
put it on
Wright.
the scoreboard for,
Okay,
was Brooklyn.
and
So,
it was her first, and our team first.
which for Brooklyn is impressive. Bless her heart. I love her to death.
First one's no good for Maddie.
Usually we like to see a couple fouls, but like we said, though, early on, this game hasn't been too many fouls, at least on our side. Now Vanoss has kind of ranked up their fouls, but
Second one's up and good for Maddie. And making it 17-46, Dale. Herman brings the ball down. Yeah, Brooklyn's been much more aggressive on the offensive side this game than the defensive side. She's aggressive on both sides most of the time, which is great. Vanoss has been a little bit hesitant towards the goal.
well, and she's being a good, smart offensive, attacker. I think sometimes we can get caught up in that, and just like our girls take charges, you learn who likes to drive all the way and whatnot.
Faith drives, picks up the foul and one. Oh, that was Maddie Dansby. I think that's going to be her. Oh, that's only the first. She's been kind of their score go-to. Faith knocks down the bucket for 2 and is going to get a 1 free throw. In and out, no good. Rebounded by 11, Avery Ellis. Brought down by Dansby. I feel like I'm low. Is that just my headphones?
I think you're okay.
Okay. Swung around quickly. Deep 3 by Alexis Belcher, and it's good. It's a good ball movement. After their little inside play, that's what sets up the outside plays. That's what we've been effective at as well. The drive sets up the outside shots right there. And, ooh.
Same team. Oh.
Rebounded by Brooklyn, but tied up. Nicely tied up by Avery Ellis. And it's going to be Dale's ball underneath.
Drew Shire's coming into the ball game for Addie Bell. We're going to run I would say 4 low, but it's not the normal 4
No,
low.
it's not really.
It's the pick the picker.
Yeah,
You know.
it's more of the 3 set that you see. Usually they drop a high post in there as opposed to that outside shooter.
I believe you.
It's really hard. First time I saw it was OU, the OU girls coach Sherry Cole, and there's so many sets off of it. It is incredibly hard to stop anything because there's just a simple pick.
Right,
there's a pick. There's a pick reverse pick. There's a pick to another pick. There's a pick
all
curl
kinds
out.
of stuff.
There's a pick drop up. I mean, it's ridiculous how many opportunities there are to make something happen, especially on a man. When somebody mans you out of bounds on that, it's very, very hard to.
Our team's never manned out of bounds, so I can never attest to that. And we always, I won't say laughed at the people that manned out of bounds, but sort of laughed at the people. But our girls do a great job, and I'm still always, like, I know Vanoss got an easy bump earlier, which happens sometimes, but like for the most part, they do a great job. And
oh, wow, Brooklyn was trying to roll back and got tagged up. There was a decent pass, but picked off by Vanoss for an easy 2 by Maddie Faust. And bringing the ball back down into pressure. Hand off to Brooklyn. Drives the sideline out to Gill. Drives over to Faith Wright for the 3. Off the top, rebounded by Avery Ellis. That's Maddie Faust. Oh, excuse me. Up to Maddie Faust. Inside to Avery Ellis, and gonna get a jump
even
ball.
Even better jump ball,
By Herman did a good job of getting her hand on top of that ball and getting the jump as opposed to a foul.
Yeah.
Ooh, wow.
Well, that's where when those
Avery
post
Ellis for Vanoss has 4 fouls. She picked up a 4th on that one. Well, Faith Wright on the interior one.
Coaches leaving her in the game. I won't say I blame him because at this point it's kind of either go for it or just. I won't say give up. Yeah. You never give up, in my opinion.
They get it inside to her. She turns around for 2, misses the backboard, and bobbled around, finally out of bounds on Herman. Going to be Vanoss's ball. She did a good job of losing defender, but she reversed all the way around as opposed to just turning back into the bucket there. Dansby's got the ball on the upside. Over to Cadence, back over to Dansby. Cadence.
So when you go against a zone like that, in my opinion, Vanoss is keeping it on one side.
Look, the cheerleader's helping out right here. Just wanted
Macy.
Did a good job of throwing the ball back and forth.
We touched the ball. Like, that's an improvement. So sometimes
giving them a hard time. They were
skirt.
ball aware right there.
Yeah, they were. You're right. You're right.
Vanoss bringing it in underneath. Herman picked up her 2nd, by the way. Team's 2nd for this half.
Okay.
And we're into a man-to-man.
Right.
Kind of a trappy man. Avery driving the ball.
And that'll be her 5th.
She's going to pick up her 5th on a charge.
Well,
but
they have to know that we are going to be set up. It was completely a charge. She was there the whole time.
Out the entire time. So that'll bring 5 Riley Reed in for Avery Ellis, who fouls out of the game. With did you get her point count before she left? Faith was a long 3. I didn't either. Sorry about that, folks. Knocked out of bounds by Vanoss. Going to be Dale's ball underneath.
Now we go 4 low across.
Oh, knocked out of bounds again by Vanoss. We're not coming off those screens very aggressively. Vanoss is doing a good job of fighting through them, actually.
And you have to.
Yeah.
When you're going to man an inbounds like that, I mean, you have to. Yeah. You have to communicate and you have to work through screens unless somebody just completely,
Herman curl around to the middle. Doesn't like a Brooklyn for the 3 outside. And, wow, she's not missed very many threes today.
No.
She makes great shot selections. She doesn't force it. She waits till she gets a good opportunity. Inside to Riley Reed. Over to 10. Alexis Belcher back over to Reed. Out to Cadence.
Oh, that was a little touch foul. They're going to call it on Shirey.
Shirey, her 2nd, I believe.
Yeah.
Team's 3rd, excuse me. third for the half. And
I
Vanoss will
know.
get the ball underneath.
I know he probably has a better view than I do, but
Into Alexis Belcher. She goes off the rim, rebounded by Dale.
as we push up the ball.
Yep. Faith Wright driving. Up, not over the rim, gets her own rebound back up, and then picks up the foul on probably on 13 is my guess. Cadence.
10.
Nope.
Oh, that's her
Oh.
fourth.
Yeah, I did not like that. She was the front leader, and I felt like she kind of stayed up at 13, kind of caught her from the back. She definitely somebody had a hand on her arm, no doubt. But like you
Yes.
said, they have a better view than us, and Alexis Belcher got her fourth foul on that one. Fronting. Faith missed the first. Knocks down the second. Making it 52-22 Dale Lady Pirates.
Trapping them right there.
Gill with a pick. Driving down the left side. Gets fouled by 13, Cadence Cross. Her first, I believe. And Gill will go to the line for 2. That'll bring us bring in a couple of subs for Dale. After Gill knocks down her first one.
That's Elia Landreth and Gracie Waller. 10 and 20.
10 and 20. Gill knocks down the second one. 54-22 Dale Lady Pirates. Dansby bringing the ball up. Handoff to Cadence. Cross-court pass to Alexis. Big skip pass. Moving the ball quickly now inside to Riley Reed. Tries to get it to the low post. Picked by Drew Shirey and picked up by Elia Landreth. Dale Lady Pirates have done a fantastic job of getting their hands in passing lanes, even on the move. Drew Shirey was moving left to right there. Sees the ball, sees her pivot, gets a hand up on it. Picked off by, or actually gathered up by Elia Landreth. Moving the ball around with the 2 new girls in, looking for some opportunities against this man-to-man. Gracie Waller in the corner for the 3. No good. Rebounded by Maddie Faust. Brought up to Dansby. Dansby with a left-handed layup with the right hand for 24-54. Gill with the ball up top. Excuse me. And picks up a little extra step for the turnover to Vanoss. Vanoss is going to have 4 in.
New 4, yeah.
And Addie Bell's coming in for Drew Shirey on Dale's side. That only leaves Riley Reed with the new 4, which is Trinity Belcher, 30, Caitlin Cooper, 32, Aaron Corey, I believe. It's
See, you're
pronounced.
braver than I.
I believe it's pronounced Corey.
Well, good for you.
I just said believe.
I know. I'm just saying you do a much better job at this
JC Underwood.
with names than I do for sure.
For a second, Belcher with a long 3, not touching anything, going to be out of bounds. Dale's ball.
And let's just say the Vanoss cheerleaders moved out of the way as the ball was bouncing their way. One of them caught it, but the front one moved.
That's to your point of making sure that stayed in the way. Herman with the 2, no good. Rebounded by Elia Landreth over to Addie Bell. Back out to Gill, over to Gracie.
Under 40 seconds left in this third quarter.
Herman with the open 2. Takes it and knocks it down. Belcher bringing the ball down quickly. Trinity. Over to Reed. Reed drives the middle. Passes off to the corner, inside, picked off by Gracie, but it's going to be out of bounds. Vanoss's ball underneath.
As Cicely Shirey comes into the game.
We're going to have another sub too real quick.
And Lady Cobalt.
Laney, Cicely, Addie Bell, Gracie, and Elia These are Dale Lady Pirates right now, looking for an inbound. Pass it around the top. Over to Reed. Reed to JC Underwood.
Oh.
JC with a big skip pass to Caitlin for the 2-shot, no good. Ooh, in and out of Lyle Lander's hand, picked up by Reed. Underneath, nice pass to 32. Aaron for an easy 2 right before the end of the third quarter, making it 56-26 Dale Lady Pirates. Back in a minute for the fourth.
Yeah, I think I'll probably show up. I'll probably be there.
I told my daughter they better get their real dad to show her or he's not walking them out.
That's going to be the trouble. Here we are in the fourth. Dale's ball out of bounds. Lyle Landreth with a 3 opportunity. Didn't go. Rebounded by 30. Caitlin Cooper. Oh, Laney got a hand on it, but
I think she was worried about backcourt. She was right by the half-court line, she was trying to be aware that it wasn't.
Threw it forward and regathered up by Vanoss. Long pass by Caitlin. Another long pass. Speaking of backcourt, I think Elia Landers just stripped it away from everybody. Down the right side, going to pick up a charge. Trinity Belcher got there in time to set up and take the charge. It's going to be Elia Landers first, our team fourth, giving Vanoss the ball back. Ref demands to be able to hand it to the player.
As Avery comes in the game for Addie Bell.
7:30 left in this fourth quarter. This will be followed immediately by the Vanoss boys and Dale boys playing. I think the Vanoss boys are ranked number 3 in Class A, so both of them. And they'll be doing their playoffs. Both the Vanoss teams, I think, will be starting their playoffs this weekend.
They start their playoffs this week because they're in Class A. Class A and B starts this weekend, which I think, I don't know, do they have 3 teams in their districts?
Yeah, typically they do.
Okay. Which I remember, but it has changed, you know, in the past couple of years, so I just
Unfortunately, we don't have the A-B playoff schedules here in front of us.
I'll work on it.
Yeah, we'll probably get those before the boys' game, but wish them luck in their playoffs for sure. The Vanoss girls, judging by the support that they've turned out here, will have quite the crowd there at their playoffs. So Dale gets a push. Number 3, Cicely Shirey, going to be Vanoss's ball out of bounds. Ran their play a little early. Finally inbounded to Reed, who skip passes it, but picked off by Landreth down the right side. Goes for the 2, knocked out of bounds by number 12, JC Underwood. Good second effort by her to run that down. Lyle Landreth is usually pretty fast down the court.
I always thought if we had a track team, we would do, especially right after Coach Smith has them the whole time, you know.
He runs them quite a bit. Lyle Landreth with the ball inbound, down the right side, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line for 2. Riley Reed picks up her first, I believe. Yep, her first foul, and team 7. So both teams are in the bonus right now on fouls. Lyle Landreth puts the first one up and in. First score of the quarter, I believe, isn't it? 57, no, first Dale score, excuse me. Vanoss has scored once, if not twice, this quarter. Second one bounces around and rolls in our favor for a bucket. 58-26 Dale Lady Pirates, brought up by Belcher. Trinity Belcher drives the right side. Reed with the pick and roll, nothing happening. Over to 30, Caitlin Cooper gets hold of it over to Riley Reed. Nice pass inside and a good turn and drive. Picking up a foul for Riley Reed. She'll go to line for 2. It's going to be
Gracie Waller? No.
Called it Avery Watkins.
Avery Watkins, thank you.
Yeah.
Her second foul, team 7. But it's a shooting foul, so it'll be 2. Gracie looked like she landed badly on an ankle. She'll be coming out.
So Coach Smith goes out onto the court to, help out Gracie Waller. But in the meantime,
No
of
support.
course,
He's like, come
he
on,
is still coaching. Well,
He's
he's still coaching her, which
You shouldn't have stepped across right there. You should have taken the charge.
poor
You know,
girl.
I know. She's just
Golly.
thinking about her ankle, and he's still trying to get her to understand the dynamics of the play that just happened.
Oh my goodness.
You gotta love the coach-player dynamic. You
Yes.
really do. It's just fun to watch. Riley Reed knocks down the first one.
So Gracie Waller is replaced by Grace Anderson here. While they go check out to see what happened.
Second one no good. Finally brought under control by Elia Landreth for the rebound. Over to Cicely Shirey. Grace Wall. Cicely. Elia Landreth.
Avery.
To Cicely. They're just moving the ball around inside. Moving the ball around, kind of looking, playing a double low post here. I guess Cicely drives it. Kick out for a 3. No good. Rebounded by Elia Landreth.
There you go.
Put
Go
it back
up.
up. No good.
That's okay.
Rebounded by Riley Reed. No, excuse me. 32, Erin Corey. Gets it over to Trinity down the right side. She turns it out to set up the play. Number 30, Caitlin Cooper into Reed. Turns, tries to drive it out to Trinity for the 3. Out, no good.
Oh, good. Good hustle by Elia Landers. She just lands on the inbound line as she seems to have a knack for where that ball is going to turn up. And I am looking forward to the next couple years when she figures out on the offensive end, gets that rebound and puts it back up.
Yep.
But
Well, Dale subs in the 3 freshmen they have suited.
Yeah.
We have quite the freshman team.
yeah,
Unfortunately, we haven't gotten to
They-
see a lot of freshman games this
they've
year.
only played about 3 is what I
Yeah.
was told.
But
So
they're going to be fun to watch for the next 3 to 4 years, for sure. Anyway,
the 3 that come into the game are Kinsley Hill, Ava Bell, and Macy Herman. So
and
still have
somebody- I think
Elia
Elia
Landers
Landers
and
picked up her second foul.
Grace. Yeah.
And Vanoss is getting plenty of shots on goal right now. We are not doing a very good job of blocking out and rebounding at the moment. We're
Right.
playing a zone, and long shots demand sometimes cause long rebounds, which they took advantage of. Finally out of bounds on Vanoss still.
So Vanoss goes back to their zone. I would really like to see our girls utilize that high post. So we
Yep.
do the first couple sets of players that we have, they do a really good job of flashing into that mid-high post region. And so I want to see, some of these girls
Got a
kind
couple
of
of
flash them.
sisters
So-
out there that
Yeah.
Herman and Bell are
Yeah.
both sisters of some of our other teammates. It goes
Yes.
inside to Bell. She didn't like it out to Landreth. Over to Gracie. Hill to Herman. Over to Bell. They're moving
There
it
we go.
around.
There's
a nice little
there-
in and out right
oh.
there. And Addie Bell tries to drive it, doesn't like it. Over to Herman for a 2. Up and no good.
Oh, get that rebound.
Popped around until brought down finally by 30, Caitlin Cooper over to Trinity for Vanoss. Caitlin to the high post, Riley Reed. Down low, nice pass. The 2's no good, rebounded by Landreth.
So Vanoss just did what I want us to do on the other
Yeah,
end.
exactly.
You get it into that high post,
Erin Corey
you
had
have a low post.
Really, really good look at it, just didn't make
Yeah,
it.
that's why it's called high-low, because you go from the high post to the low post. You probably know you're one of
I
those
was-
tall dudes, so you were the one at the block, right?
I played both, actually.
Well, okay, fair enough.
If you're a good post, you better be able to hit
This
a free
is
throw.
true, I
which
know.
means that you should be able to hit a high post shot.
Yes,
too.
this is true. They are the same.
They are the
One is
same.
just guarded.
Right. And
Sometimes.
one you get the jump with, typically, and the other one, if you do, you look like a fool.
Says who?
Everybody laughed at you. You jumped in a free throw. Come on.
How about
So-
you just make it? Whatever way you make it, then that's okay.
My ex-partner in crime over here on the high post, low post. Roger Batts looking at me like weird. Like he's like, you would never jump. And I was like, you're right, I never would. He was the master of scoring. I was the master of rebounding most of the time.
Hey, every good team needs a trash person. So there's nothing wrong.
Wow. Just immediately start calling me trash.
No, that's what I mean, whenever I didn't
Gracie
score
Waller
very much.
with a nice little turnaround. No good.
Anderson. That's Grace Anderson.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
Anderson. Grace Anderson. You're right. Trinity bringing the ball down. Nice pass inside to Reed for an easy 2. That was definitely.
And Coach Bose. No.
He's not happy with the.
Well, they got beat down the court.
Yeah, down the court. The thing you were talking about earlier, I knew that was going to happen. And Trinity down the court for an easy layup. Bringing the score 59-34.
So the ref's going to let in the subs right here. We've got Cicely Shirey, Avery Watkins, and Lainey Cobalt back in for some of our others. So that leaves Kinsley Hill and Macy Herman.
Cicely over to Herman. Herman drives it. Brought around to the corner. Hill tries to drive and gets kind of bodied out of the way by Aaron. So she'll go to line for a 1-on-1. Aaron Corey's first from Vanoss. Second, excuse me. And team 9th. So we'll be in the double bonus next foul.
Number 15 I was always told was the best number. I don't know if you knew that, but
I didn't. Hill puts in her first one. I'm not sure what we're talking about, but
number 15, Kinsley Hill's number 15.
Oh my goodness gracious.
Jimmy Chitwood, Sydney Hutchison. They're all kind of up there.
Can't be playing favorites now.
What?
Even if it was yourself.
Kids, if you're listening, that may be a bonus on a math question, on a math test someday.
Ooh, what's the favorite?
15.
Number, that's
Jimmy
right.
Chitwood.
There you go.
Jimmy Chitwood from Hoosiers. Come on now.
You had, what do we have today? Or the other day. I saw the bonus and forgot what it was.
I asked on their trick test,
nice
what
drive-in by Reed, and she scores 2.
ACT tests are left in this school year.
Yes, Saturday ACT test.
Yeah.
That's right. That was a good
So
question.
there's still one in February. That is this Saturday. There's one in April, one in June and July. So, for those of you academic scholars out there.
Skip pass to the high post with
Use
Bell.
the high.
She did. She
So
turned,
I
but
know.
she didn't do much
Well,
with it.
so when that ball goes to the high post,
neither one of the wings broke to the block.
Nobody moved.
Nobody broke to the block. I agree
And
with
the
that.
high post is the most
Lady with a
dangerous.
three, no good. Out of bounds. Going to be Vanoss's ball.
The high post is the most dangerous spot on the court because they can pass to everyone.
True.
Anywhere.
But you
But
have to be
they
moving
have
to
to
catch
be in the
pass.
line of sight. They were behind her, and that just makes for a very difficult time.
Trinity over to Candace. Oh, Herman almost picks the ball, but Trinity gathers it up. To the corner, 12 is JC Underwood into Reed. Reed turns a little too hot to handle for Caitlin, and will be Dale's ball out of bounds off of Vanoss.
We're just having multiple rotations in here. These kids didn't get to play a JV game today, and
Right.
so really glad that they got into the ball game.
So that was, I didn't see who came in, but we're about 1:30 left in the ball game. I think Grace Anderson came in.
And then Kinsley Hill.
Kinsley Hill came back in. Okay, so Herman to Cicely. Down low. Oh, it was a good look. Addie Bell, not Addie Bell. Which one's the?
Ava. Yeah.
Ava Bell.
Ava. Yeah.
Couldn't
She's
handle
the
it.
soccer stud.
Yeah.
So I've been told. I haven't got to see her in action,
haven't
but
She had a
I don't
bro-
know
didn't
that
she-
I will ever
Didn't
get
she have
to.
a broken hand earlier from soccer? Or
She
something
did.
like that?
Yes, I think
Trinity.
soccer is very physical, and
Yeah. Trinity over to Reed. They're playing this little, really kind of the right side into the high post right now.
Yeah.
Did we move?
they're
there?
speaking of into the high post.
Yeah, and then
God.
far side shot. 3. JC Underwood makes it.
So what
look
happens
good.
right there, whenever you convert a zone.
Long pass down at Ava.
Oh, no.
She passes it out, doesn't like it to Herman. Ripped through by Shiree, but doesn't drive it.
Against a zone, you have to either whip the ball around the perimeter or you have to utilize the high post and short corners. And, I love that Ava Bell's getting in there and posting up. I think that's what the last group missed. But at the same time, I would love to see short corner high post.
Yeah, there's short corner, almost a high
Or
post.
skip pass or something, but
Looks like they're just moving around.
And
away.
now, I mean, I understand
10
seconds,
left now.
yeah.
61-39, going to be the final score. Dale Lady Pirates finish off the first of senior night, and the Dale Pirates will be back to face the Vanoss Wolves in about 10 minutes. See you then.